Welcome to Auto Luminia, your home for the deepest, most cinematic dives into the cars that move us. Not just on the road, but in the soul. I'm your host, and today we're stepping into one of the most important chapters in modern luxury sedan history. The final masterpiece of the 7th generation Lexus ES in 2025, and the breathtaking all-new 8th generation that arrives in 2026. This isn't just a comparison of two model years. It's a story of farewell and rebirth, of gasoline serenity giving way to electrified elegance. So settle in, turn up the volume, and let Auto Luminia take you on a 6,000-word journey through every curve, every stitch, and every whisper of silence that makes the Lexus ES the quiet king of the road. The Lexus ES has occupied a unique place in the automotive world for almost 4 decades. A luxury sedan that never shouts, never needs to prove anything, yet somehow always ends up at the very top of every long-term owner satisfaction survey. It is the car your cardiologist drives, the one your quietly wealthy aunt has owned in 3 consecutive generations, the one that can carry 4 adults and their luggage from New York to Miami in near total silence, while returning 40+ miles per gallon. For 2025, Lexus gives us the final, exquisitely refined edition of the 7th generation ES that debuted in 2019. For 2026, the company throws away the playbook entirely and unveils an all-new 8th generation car that is longer, lower, wider, electrified in every variant, and arguably the most beautiful sedan Lexus has ever built. These 2 model years, arriving barely 12 months apart, represent both a loving farewell to an icon and the boldest statement Lexus has ever made about the future of luxury transportation. Let us begin with the 2025 ES exactly as it exists today, because this is the car you can walk into a showroom and drive home tomorrow. From 50 yards away, it is unmistakable. The spindle grille, now in its most mature and confident form, dominates the front fascia without ever looking cartoonish. On standard and luxury trims, it is finished in body-colored surround with bright horizontal blades. On F-Sport models, the mesh turns matte black, and the surround darkens to create a subtle menace. The headlights are pure jewelry, triple-beam LED projectors, so thin they appear to be etched into the fenders, with L-shaped daytime running lights that glow like molten metal when the car unlocks. The hood has 2 gentle character lines that rise from the grille and taper into the A-pillars, giving the car forward motion, even when standing still. Along the sides, a single sharp crease begins at the front wheel arch, climbs gently over the door handles, and melts into the taillight, a masterclass in restrained tension. The fastback roofline flows into a subtle ducktail spoiler that is just pronounced enough to keep the rear end from looking heavy. At night, the full-width taillights illuminate in a sequential pattern, the outer edges glowing first and sweeping inward like a theater curtain rising. 10 exterior colors are offered, and each one looks as though it was mixed exclusively for this car. Caviar is a black so deep it drinks light. Iridium is a silver that shifts from bright platinum in sunlight to gunmetal in shade. Cloudburst Grey carries the faintest violet undertone. Ultrasonic Blue Mica 2.0 is the color of a tropical sea at noon. And Matador Red Mica somehow manages to be both passionate and understated. The wheels range from elegant 17-inch split 5-spoke designs on the base model to 19-inch gloss black Enkei-made alloys on the F-Sport handling package that look as though they were carved from a single block of obsidian. Open the door, a solid, vault-like thunk, and the interior envelopes you like a perfectly tailored cashmere coat. The first sensation is silence. Lexus uses triple-layer acoustic glass in the windshield and front side windows, laminated glass in the rear doors, foam-filled pillars, and active noise cancellation that pipes counterphase sound through the Mark Levinson speakers. Even on coarse-chip highway pavement, the cabin is quieter than many recording studios. The dashboard is a horizontal landscape of soft-stitched leatherette over a padded substrate, with a band of genuine open-pore wood, brown walnut, black open-pore ash, or grey sapele, running its full width. The wood is so finely grained you can see individual pores, and Lexus leaves it matte, so it never reflects sunlight into your eyes. Aluminum speaker grills and satin metallic trim catch the light in gentle flashes. The seats deserve their own chapter. The front chairs are 10-way power adjustable with power lumbar, and, on luxury and ultra-luxury trims, extendable thigh cushions that make even 6'6" drivers feel cradled. The leather is semi-aniline on higher trims, dyed all the way through so scratches never reveal white underlayers, and perforated in a diamond pattern that looks hand-stitched. Heating and ventilation are standard on every trim above base, and the ventilation actually pulls cooled air from the air-conditioned cabin rather than blowing hot attic air across your back like some rivals. The massage function, available on Ultra Luxury, offers 10 separate air bladders that knead your lower back in slow waves. Perfect for dissolving the tension of a 3-hour conference call you took while stuck in traffic. Rear seat passengers have long considered the ES the benchmark, and 2025 does nothing to surrender that crown. Legroom measures 39.2 inches, enough for a 6-foot passenger to sit behind a 6-foot driver without touching knees, and the seat back reclines 8 degrees on ultra-luxury models. Rear heated seats, rear sunshades, manual on-side windows, power on the rear glass, and a dedicated rear climate zone with ceiling vents keep everyone content. The trunk swallows 13.9 cubic feet, enough for 4 full-size golf bags or a week's worth of luggage for a family of 4. And the rear seats fold 40/20/40, so you can carry skis while still seating 2 rear passengers in comfort. Under the hood, the choices are familiar and proven. The ES 250 AWD uses a 2.5-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, making 203 horsepower, paired exclusively with an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Perfect for snowy climates. The ES 350, the volume seller, carries the glorious 3.5-litre V6 that has powered Lexus flagships for 2 decades, now tuned to 302 horsepower and 267 lb-ft of torque. It is still one of the smoothest, most soulful engines in production, willing to lope along at 1,200 revolutions per minute in 8th gear, or rocket to 60 in the low 6-second range when you bury the accelerator. The star of the lineup remains the ES 300h Hybrid, combining a 2.5-litre Atkinson Cycle 4 with 2 electric motors for a net 215 horsepower and an astonishing 44 miles per gallon combined. The hybrid battery sits beneath the rear seat, preserving trunk space, and the transition between electric and gas power is so seamless most passengers never notice. Drive the 2025 ES, and the first thing you notice is the steering. Light but full of feel, with a progressive build-up of effort as you turn. The suspension is tuned for comfort above all else, yet body roll is kept in check by frequency-dependent dampers on F-Sport models. The ride is plush without being floaty, absorbing expansion joints and potholes with a muted thump that never reaches the cabin. Wind rush is almost non-existent above 80 miles per hour, and the only sound you hear on smooth asphalt is the faint whisper of tires. Michelin primacy all seasons that prioritize quiet over ultimate grip. It is the perfect car for eating up interstates at 85 miles per hour while sipping fuel and conversation. Now close your eyes, fast forward 12 months, and step into the spring of 2026. The 8th generation ES is no longer an evolution. It is a revolution wearing a perfectly tailored suit. The first photograph Lexus released of the new car caused actual arguments on automotive forums. Many refused to believe it was a production model and not another LFCC concept. The spindle grille, for so long the defining Lexus signature, has been reduced to a slim horizontal blade that almost disappears on electric variants. Cooling requirements are minimal when there is no radiator, so the lower fascia is now a smooth, sculpted plane interrupted only by razor-thin air curtains that feed the front brakes. The headlights are split into upper and lower elements. The upper is a thin LED strip that stretches almost to the fender edge, forming the now iconic Hammerhead shape. The lower houses the actual projector beams and adaptive cornering lamps. The hood is longer and lower, with a power dome that hints at the performance lurking beneath electric models. The side profile is where the new ES achieves pure sculpture. The body is 6.4 inches longer overall, but the extra length is distributed so gracefully you would never guess. The wheelbase grows by 3.1 inches, all of it dedicated to interior room. A single character line begins at the front fender vent, rises gently over the door handles, and dives dramatically into the rear taillight. The line is so sharp it casts a shadow on sunny days. The doors are frameless, a first for the ES, and the greenhouse sits lower on the body for a more coupe-like silhouette. 21-inch wheels, the largest ever fitted to an ES, fill the arches perfectly, with turbine-style spokes that double as aerodynamic aids on electric variants. The color palette expands to 12 shades, but the star is a world-first paint called Wavelength. Developed over 4 years, it uses multiple layers of interference pigments that shift from deep bronze in shade to emerald green in direct sun, with hints of violet at certain angles. Stand next to a Wavelength ES at golden hour, and the car appears to breathe. Approach the 2026 ES, and the doors unlock with a soft chime. The handles present themselves flush with the body, and then extend outward with a whisper. Inside, the transformation is even more profound. The dashboard is lower and cleaner than any Lexus before it, with almost no physical buttons. A single 14-inch touchscreen floats above the center stack, flanked by a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and, on top models, a 24-inch color head-up display that is bright enough to read in direct desert sun. The steering wheel is the new Tazuna design: thin rim, yoke-style spokes, and touch-sensitive pads that illuminate only when your hands are near. Instead of traditional wood, Lexus uses 3D printed bamboo filaments layered in wave patterns across the dash and doors. The bamboo is harvested sustainably, treated with natural resins, and feels warm to the touch. Door panels are wrapped in recycled Ultrasuede that is softer than cashmere, and the seats use a new bio-leather made from plant-based materials that is indistinguishable from the real thing in look, smell, and durability. The front seats are slimmer yet more supportive, with 18-way power adjustment and a new ergo motion system that subtly shifts pressure points every few minutes to prevent fatigue on long journeys. Heating, cooling, and massage are standard, and the massage now includes a shiatsu mode that feels eerily like human thumbs working your shoulder blades. Rear legroom grows to 40.5 inches, and for the first time Lexus offers power reclining, ventilated, and massaging rear seats that rival the front row experience. A panoramic glass roof stretches from windshield to rear window, with electrochromic tinting that can go from clear to opaque at the touch of a button. Ambient lighting uses fiber optics woven into the bamboo trim, creating soft gradients that pulse gently with the music or remain steady in moonlight mode for night driving. The biggest mechanical change is the complete elimination of pure gasoline engines. Every 2026 ES is electrified. The entry model is the ES 350h hybrid, using an evolution of the 2.5-litre four-cylinder and two electric motors for 243 net horsepower, 28 more than the previous car, and fuel economy that should top 48 miles per gallon combined. All-wheel drive is now available via a rear electric motor. Above that sits the ES 350e, a pure battery electric model with a single front motor, making approximately 300 horsepower, and a 75 kilowatt-hour battery good for around 320 miles of range. The range topper is the ES 500e, with dual motors and all-wheel drive producing over 430 horsepower and capable of 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Numbers that would have been unthinkable in an ES 5 years ago. The battery grows to 95 kilowatt-hours, and Lexus claims up to 400 miles of range with a full charge. Charging is via an 11 kilowatts onboard charger for level 2 or up to 150 kilowatts DC fast charging that can add 200 miles in 20 minutes. Drive the new ES, and the first sensation is instant torque. Even the base hybrid launches with authority, the electric motor filling in the low-end gap that plagued earlier hybrids. The electric models are breathtakingly quick, yet eerily quiet. The only sound is a faint sci-fi whoosh engineered by Yamaha to remind you the car is moving. The steering uses a new rack-parallel electric system that Lexus claims is the most natural feeling yet, with perfect weighting and no rubbery on-center feel. The suspension is multi-link front and rear, with frequency-selective dampers that firm up in corners, yet remain plush over broken pavement. For the first time, the ES feels genuinely engaging to drive on a twisting road, yet it never sacrifices the legendary long-distance comfort that defines the nameplate. Technology is light years ahead of the 2025 car. The Lexus interface system now supports over-the-air updates, and the Hey Lexus voice assistant can control everything from navigation to seat massage with natural conversation. An optional Mark Levinson PurePlay system uses 21 speakers and active noise enhancement to create a soundstage so precise you can close your eyes and point to where the violinist is standing. Safety moves to Lexus Safety System Plus 4.0, with cameras and radar that can detect motorcycles at intersections, pedestrians in crosswalks at night, and even oncoming traffic when you're attempting a left turn. The system can now brake autonomously for cross-traffic and gently steer you back into your lane if you drift while distracted. In the end, the 2025 and 2026 Lexus ES represent two sides of the same philosophy. Luxury should be effortless, calming, and deeply personal. The 2025 car is the last pure expression of the internal combustion era. A sedan so perfectly honed that many owners will keep it for a decade or more. The 2026 ES is the future made tangible. Electrified, spacious, breathtakingly beautiful, and still possessed of that indefinable ES serenity that makes every journey feel like an escape rather than a chore. Whether you choose the proven masterpiece of today or the electrified vision of tomorrow, one thing remains unchanged. The moment you close the door, lower yourself into the seat, and press the start button, the world outside simply fades away, and you remember why the Lexus ES has been called the Quiet King for 35 years. And now, with the 8th generation, it wears a crown forged from bamboo, lithium, and pure imagination, ready to rule for another 35. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the story of the Lexus ES stands at the dawn of a new era. One generation bows out at the absolute peak of its refinement, a car that has spent years topping every reliability and satisfaction chart for good reason. The next generation rises like a phoenix made of bamboo, lithium, and pure light, proving that luxury sedans are far from dead. They're simply learning to fly on electricity, while still pampering you in ways no SUV ever could. This has been an Auto Luminia deep dive, the kind of unhurried, obsessive celebration of automotive artistry you won't find anywhere else. If this journey through the 2025 and 2026 Lexus ES moved you even half as much as driving one of these cars does, then do us a favor, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and join the Auto Luminia family. Because tomorrow's icons deserve to be understood today. And we'll be right here, headlights on, ready to illuminate them for you, until the next masterpiece rolls into frame. Drive beautifully. This is Auto Luminia, signing off.